Yo, it is a
We're
full moon.
live. We're live.
We're
What's
yo,
up, everybody? Welcome to Blue Collar Live Show. You know who it is. It's boy Jonah, and welcome back,
Squirrel. What's up?
Andrea, as always.
Yo, it is a full
Yeah,
moon
hold on.
today and
It is.
yesterday. Yes, sir.
Well,
That
this stuff
explains
goes
a lot.
haywire. We know what it is.
Yes,
I
sir.
gotta fix. I gotta fix. Freaking.
Yeah, I look like I got punched in the face twice. What the heck? That's crazy.
Yo, internet is going dookie today for some reason. Everybody else
All
have a
day.
good day. I hope everybody else have a good day.
What's up, y'all? I had
Let's see.
internet issues, reboots, upgrades, upsets, unplugs, anything that happened today. So, yeah. hmm
There
Exactly.
it is.
Roll call, check
Yo,
in
it's
where you're
been.
checking from. What's
It
up?
has
What's
been
up?
a day. All right.
Yes.
I hope I'm coming through good. My
Yep,
internet's
you're good.
going a little crazy.
A bit pixelated, but you're good.
Always,
Maybe if it's
always
because
pixelated. I gotta get
I-
better at that. Oh, it's been a week.
when you
Well,
go slow, you're not pixelated. So
happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there this past Sunday. Happy Mother's Day.
yeah, it was a beautiful day. What you guys end up doing?
I cooked.
You cooked?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did a lot of running around.
That's awesome. Had some grilling going on.
Yeah.
Cool. Same
What
here.
else happened this week? We got a new Pope. Did you see that? We got a new Pope
Oh
this
yeah.
week.
Who?
It's a new Pope.
You know his
It's
name?
the
I don't know his
first
name.
ever United States Pope.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Later. I think I have the article. We'll talk about it later on the next show. What else happened this weekend? There's a lot of crap happened this week.
There's a white speckled
But
bunny coming that visits since Easter. It's adorable. It's a weird bunny. I don't know.
when is
I thought it was
Easter?
a pet bunny. What happened?
Easter is already over. That was last week. It's 2 weeks ago.
I know. Right. I said there's been a bunny by my house that's been coming around since Easter. So he's the Easter bunny. But check this out, Joe. See if you can see that. Can you see that? It's a white, brown, speckled bunny. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's pretty short-eared. That's pretty cool. Oh,
And then what was the other thing? The other thing that happened, let's see, was where'd it go? And then we had this big dude come by. Can you see?
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's my buddy bear.
Yep.
My 500.
That's your buddy
friend.
bear?
He's 500-pound friend, yes.
You are crazy.
Never deny it. All right, Joe. Let's jump into it. Let's see what Jonah has for us this evening. All I know is as preparation, ping, ping, ping. Look at any of them. So we shall see what is in store for us today, this evening.
Well, we're starting off light.
All right.
As always, I got a conspiracy theory today. That was else what it was. I found a conspiracy theory we're going to talk about tonight.
Yes. Do you have the image to put up when that time comes?
I got a video and a couple different articles. A video.
Oh, video. Oh, okay.
A
Well, just
video.
make sure we put up the little icon for education and speculation purposes. That time has come. Yo. For real.
Yeah. Boy, I hate my headphone setup. It needs to be fixed. Well, if you're watching out there, thank you.
Mr. Hostomatic.
Yeah, I changed it up today.
There you go.
Oh, what are we starting with today? We're starting with this.
Reedsburg. Welcome to Reedsburg, Power Community since 1994. All right, y'all. So according to this article, to U.S. News, a woman who disappeared from Wisconsin more than 6 decades ago has been found safe. Okay. That's crazy. Let's read more, shall we? What's up, Wisconsin? You found a woman that's been missing for 6 decades. 62 years ago, Audrey Backenberg disappeared from a small city in south central Wisconsin after reportedly hitchhiking with her family's babysitter and catching a bus to Indianapolis. Really? Okay. With her family's babysitter. Okay. Nobody ever knew where she went or what happened to her. All that changed last week was when she was found alive and safe in another state thanks to fresh eyes from the deputy who took over the case in February. Detective Isaac Hansen discovered an out-of-state arrest record for the matched Backenberg, which triggered a series of investigative moves that led to finding her alive and safe in another state. Well, turns out that Backenberg chose to leave the town of Reedsburg on her own accord, likely due to an abusive husband, Hansen said. She's happy, safe, and secure. Not anymore! And just a kind of lived under the radar for that long, he said. Hansen was assigned the case in February. After discovering the arrest record, he and the other officials met with Backenberg's family to see if they had a connection with that region. They also started digging through Backenberg's sister Ancestry.com account, pulling census records, obituaries, and marriage license from that region. All right. Jonah, you're on off mute. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, we still have to finish.
Oh, okay. Let's keep reading.
But yeah, we gotta keep
Oh,
reading
no.
because you haven't said actual crazy thing.
Okay, great. Within about 2 months, they found an address of where the woman was living that Hansen said shared a lot of similarities with Backenberg, including the date of birth, social security, and social security number. Hansen was able to get deputy from that jurisdiction to go to the address. 10 minutes later, Backenberg, now in her 80s, called Hansen. It happened so fast, he said. I was expecting the deputy to call me back and say, oh, nobody answered the door. And I thought that it was the deputy calling me, but it was actually her. And to be honest, it was just a very casual conversation. I could sense that she had obviously her reasons for leaving. Most of the information he learned during that call had declined to share, saying that it was still important for Backenberg that she not be found. Do they not realize that it's disclosed now if it's in the U.S. news, people? All right. So far, pretty innocent, but let's scroll up. All right. I think it overwhelmed her of the course of the emotions that she had, having a deputy show up at her house and then kind of call her out and talk with her about what happened and kind of relive 62 years in 45 minutes, he said. Hansen described the call. He described discovering her safe after more than 6 days, practically unheard of. And while he doesn't know what will happen next terms in her family reconnecting, he said he was very happy that she can reach out if she wants to. Yo, y'all just blew up her spot for real. There's a family living here, so she has my contact number if she ever wants to reach out or needs anything. Any phone numbers or family members back here, he said. Ultimately, she kind of holds the cards for that. Am I missing something that we're not getting, or has it not happened yet? There's more.
No, that's it. That's it. But yeah, what did it say? 6 decades? 60 years. She was hiding. She was out.
Not anymore. I'm wishing that the abusive husband is not going to go after her now. Did they not look into that situation? It does matter, Jonah. Yes, it does matter.
It does matter in this case because you don't know why she left.
Exactly. She doesn't disclose anything. And the fact that y'all just y'all just went on her Ancestry.com account to find her. Like, here's my question. So what ignited her to... Well, first off, why was he assigned this case and got hold of it this February after 6 decades? I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Yeah, exactly. So, anyone? Just me?
Well, I mean,
That's
what
the
did
breach of
that pop up?
confidentiality on
What is supposed to pop
Ancestry.com.
up? Is that not popping
Okay.
up?
Yeah, it's popping up.
There it is.
There it is.
It's
Yep.
taking forever on my side. Okay.
I see it. As soon
Let's
as you click on it, I see it. For
Oh,
speculation.
I didn't see it. So it's been popping up, popping down, popping up. My bad, people. It's kind of delayed over here. Having a horrible internet tonight. But what if
I
she
think
killed
they're in
somebody?
on it.
What if she killed
I
somebody?
mean,
Who's running?
maybe. Could be a possibility. But who? Who
Well,
would
if
she
that
have
was the
gone
case.
after?
Well, no. Because you never know.
Well, where's the husband?
Okay. I said likely due to
Likely
an
what?
abusive husband.
Right. So
Right.
that's also speculation, because where would they have that information from? Was there records that she reported? Look at my face. It literally looks like somebody punched me in my face twice. That's crazy, y'all.
It
I don't
looks like you
understand.
just got a little heavy on the blush in that area.
Yeah, people who know me, I don't wear makeup, so that's what I look like if I wear makeup, y'all, with blush. That's a bad idea for my face. But anyways,
I don't know.
what I'm thinking is, number one, why all of a sudden did her case come? So go back to the article, Jonah, because it says here at the top, they said that there was somebody who had the similar Black and British family. But here's my second question. Where's the babysitter?
That was probably her husband.
What?
She's probably living with him.
What?
She's probably living with him.
With who?
The babysitter.
Okay. Let's try this again. The first sentence
Assuming
says,
that the babysitter is a guy. Okay, because it didn't tell you. You never know. That was back at 62 years ago.
sure, because there was a lot of guy babysitters back then, and they just changed to women now. What? It says here
I
the
don't
first
know.
sentence,
Why would she run off with the babysitter?
that's what I just asked that question. And then I said,
And that's my answer. Maybe it was a guy babysitter. You gotta remember 60 years ago was only the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Okay, sure. Let's go on that route where Joan, have you hired a male babysitter?
Uh-huh. My brother-in-law.
Okay. That's not a babysitter, that's a family member.
It's a babysitter. They ain't his kids.
Okay. Then it would have said her
The lovely,
uncle
this is where the lovely different aspects, different views between a man and a woman right here is, I think, that babysitting.
Sure. Okay.
It ain't your kids. It's babysitting. So you're telling me when I have my nieces over here, I'm not babysitting?
Well, they're seeing their uncle. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, when I had my dog, I would say, no, right. Okay. Touche. All right. I'll give you that. But still, that doesn't answer my question. Where's the babysitter?
I don't know.
After
We're not worried
reportedly
about the
with
babysitter. I
her
mean, we're worried about the babysitter, but it doesn't matter.
It does matter. It's the first sentence. It says here after reportedly hitchhiking with her family's babysitter. So now you have two people and you only found one.
62 years ago.
Years
How
ago.
old did it say she was? Now in her
I don't know.
80s. Why
they
would
say
she
how
be
old she was?
being babysat? Oh, why would she be babysat when she's almost 20? Wouldn't she be the babysitter? You see what
Unless
I'm getting at? You know, she's like
now you're saying it's like, wait,
17, 18.
do they tell her how old she is? Because now I'm like,
Well,
wait a
she's in
minute.
her 80s.
Babysitter, did she
Right
go like
now in her
elope
80s.
with the babysitter if it was a male? Or now she's in her 80s. Okay, so why do you bring math
62
into
years.
every day? Jonah.
What is
Okay.
80 minus 60? That is 20
That's
minus
18
another
years
2.
old.
So that's a
18
minimum
years
of
old.
18. Yeah, that's 18. Why is she being babysat?
Or maybe it was the babysitter of their children, if she did have children. Just me.
Ooh, that's a good point. Maybe she was married first before she ran off.
Maybe
She done
her
RUNNAOFT.
No, but if you read the sentence, it's her abusive husband. So kind of like
Likely.
right.
Allegedly.
Right. So wouldn't it be kind of like, all right,
It might be one of those. You
like, do you ever see the movie The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
No.
Jonah.
What?
That you have to watch that movie. It's a scary movie, but it's kind of crazy.
It can't be a scary movie.
Okay, for me, it's a scary movie. But anyways, what I was saying is, so basically this woman, you have to watch it. I'm not going to waste all time going down the rabbit hole. And so
we're already deep into this rabbit hole. We haven't even gotten to the other ones. We're 30 minutes in, girl. Get out of here.
But wait, basically the movie in short is this woman babysits a family's child and wants to take over and replace the mom for whatever reason. So I'm thinking, what if the babysitter was watching her and the abusive husband's child, but then the child would be abandoned, right? If she ran off with the babysitter,
see,
then
now we're just getting further. We're getting deeper and deeper. See,
we need to be the detectives.
Did they have kids? It's the family,
or maybe
babysitter.
They were what? Maybe the family babysitter was babysitting their dog or their pet or their cat or their home.
Maybe the family's babysitter was just like best friends with her and they just run off. It's like, screw it, let's go.
True.
18.
All right, we totally went.
You can do what you want. You're not.
I'm just saying, like, I'm wishing she's safe after this article. Oh my gosh, my face is like literally. I don't know what this is from.
We'll circle back in.
Yeah.
We'll have to
All right, Jonah, what's next on the agenda we have today? It kind of itches.
Lengths would you go to join a club?
What legs?
What lengths would you? What's your favorite thing to do ever?
Dance.
Okay, well, there's a club for that.
You didn't say what. Let's see. I like dancing.
Hobby.
Hobby. I don't have a hobby.
Hobby.
I really don't. That's sad. I don't.
You don't like knit. You don't like.
No, I do any of that kind of stuff. I don't knit. I
Movies.
don't read.
You
I
watch
don't do movies.
movies.
No, I don't. Really, I don't. Well, if I
Okay,
was
let's just say
bored,
there's a podcast club. Okay, there's a podcast club. All right. You should have said pod. Oh, podcast, mom. Okay.
okay, go
I don't even
ahead.
know why I even asked that
Collect
question. Okay,
marbles.
so there's a club that podcast the podcasters get into, but you gotta like
Poop.
be certain way. Would you change your aspects to get into a club?
Oh heck no. That's no. That's like middle school stuff. Oh, you got to fit in. No, man. Then I'll create my own
You wouldn't do it?
club.
What if it was like all boys only? And like, would you act like a boy?
I already do. I just look like a girl.
Touche.
I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't do any girl stuff or anything like
Well,
that.
this young lady,
Wait, what?
poor young lady.
Woman who faked being a man to get into a magic circle. That in itself, club is scary. Magic circle? Come on, man. That just sounds weird.
You know what? Now you know what? It's not good.
I don't know. I can't hear you. You keep going in and out. I totally missed everything you said. All I heard you say was, you know what,
Now
twice.
that I read that headline, I don't know if we should read any further.
Right? Circles don't open, so there's they're closed circles for a reason. All right, let's
Over 30 years.
Well, you brought it up now.
Unceremoniously kicked out, the Magic Circle has tracked down Sophie 30 years. Sophie Lloyd to apologize and reinstate her membership, but how did she fool the famous society? Oh, this is a long time ago.
Okay, let's.
Boy, we got some frequent urination and weak stream. Every time.
Why? And like it's like an algorithm for this show.
Back in
pee or poop. All right. How did one woman fool most of famous
1991 Magic Circle? What is a magic circle anyway?
Do we want to go there? Are we going to get censored? Are we going to get kicked off? If y'all know in the comments, what is a magic circle? She's hot.
We're going there.
But over 30 years after being unceremoniously kicked out of the circle, has tracked down the former actress to apologize and reinstate her membership. She told Sky News how returning feels like society has made good on something that was wrong. What? Okay, let's read further, shall we?
That exclusive group that nowadays counts like the likes of David Copperfield and Dynamo as members. So this is like
David Copperfield is the magician, yes? Or
yep.
Historic David.
Look at here.
Okay. I'd played a boy before, she explained. It took months of preparation to secretly infiltrate the circle's ranks, half a year before it would officially vote to let women in. All right. I really want to know what this is all about, though. Like, what in March of that year she took. Really? Scroll up. Why am I blurry?
My bad.
In March of that year, she took her entry exam. What kind of club is this? You need an entry exam. Posting as a teenage boy, creating an alter ego called Raymond Lloyd. I played a boy before. It took 6 months. Okay. Really going back 30 years, men's clubs were like, just something you accepted. The men-only rule has been in place since the circle was formed in 1905. The thinking behind it being that women just couldn't keep secrets. Okay. Aware of the frustration of female magicians at the time.
Time
But
out. Time out. Time out. I've never heard a more true statement.
oh, you haven't told me secrets, so
I won't.
okay. That's fine.
My wife is the epitome of that.
What? Not telling secrets?
Telling secrets.
You just blasted her. Like, you're gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
I don't care. She knows. She'll get
Nah,
on here and tell my secrets in the comments. For all I know.
Go ahead, T. Your opportunity. He gave you permission.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You said she can put them on here on the comments if all she wants. Oh my gosh, my face. Yo, either I have an allergic I don't know what's going on. But anyways, no, yeah, I'm
you gotta chill about worrying about your face. We're live right now.
Look at how red my face is becoming. I'm having like a reaction to something. This is ridiculous.
Quit touching it.
I want to touch the sun. It's hot like the sun. No, I'm good. I'm good with that stuff. Unless it's like something of like harm to somebody, I'm pretty legit good with that. And then if I feel like it's something that have to be shared, I will definitely go down. Let that person know. Look, man.
Oh, my wife has shared stuff with her friends. It does not need to be brought up.
But I don't understand what's the reason behind that. Like, why? Like, maybe once or twice I would disclose something that my family would be like, yo, why? But like, I don't understand. Like, do you feel the ability not to compel to somebody because it is a secret? Or do you feel that, hey, I don't care? You know what I mean? Like, I never understood that, because growing up with me, a lot of the girls did that cliquey stuff. You know, one day your best friend, next day you're like being spoken behind the back, and you're like, dude, what the heck? And I never understood that, because I was like, yo, you're a B. Like, that's messed up. Because like I said, I like all growing up, I was all around guys, and they never did that. They were just like, yo, like Tommy sucks, and you know he's got like 5 or
take it to your grave.
Yeah, he'd be like, yo, Tommy's got 6 toes, or he'd be like, nah, man, you know, no worries. He'll let him tell you. If he decides to tell you, he'll tell you. So that's how I kind of like adopted that. And then when I saw women, I was like, yo, you guys just have no ceiling on your information. And I'm just like, wow, is it like a control thing, a compelling thing, a thing that you can't hold in? Like, I just don't understand what the purpose of it is, because it feeds into the stereotype of women being catty and henny.
Yeah.
I don't know, you brought this up. But anyways,
I just said that was one of the most truest sentences I have ever heard. That's all I said. We're going down to too deep.
Anyways, what is this magic circle? That's what I want to know. Like, oh, come on, man. It's like magic circle. I thought it was like a analogy or some like secret code.
Now you get it. Now you get it. You even said, isn't David Copperfield a magician?
But I thought...
Yes, he is.
But those intellectual folks out there, isn't there like a historian that's David Copperfield? So I just didn't want to look goofy, like magic. Oh, real magic, not like magic. You know what I mean? Like I like somebody like me would just be like, oh, magic. You know, they were literally meaning magic.
They even got a website.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
So what do they reveal? They reveal how they do it?
Members only.
There's women there. What's the upcoming event?
Oh, it's like a gig. It's like a gig you can do. I guess. I don't know.
I've lost interest in this because I really thought it was
I
something
have
like
to.
kind of code-like, kind of cool, and it's actually magic. No disrespect to the magicians and my friends magicians. Props to you because I don't know how y'all do it, but the context of Jonah's humor, I thought it was like a segue for something else, and it really wasn't. And that's what the squirrel's
I'm glad
mind
we
does.
went down that.
I
I'm glad we got to that point. That made for such a freaking good clip.
You keep saying that, and they have not been out yet. So
The magic circle. Yeah, the magic circle. She posed as a dude magician.
all right, my bad, my mistake.
Moving on. We
Anyone else want to be my friend? Oh, God.
Thanks for fun times, I'll tell you that. Oh, how long do you think you can hang by your hair? You think you can hang from hair?
No, wasn't there something that happened at an amusement park where a girl had a ponytail and it got stuck and ripped her face off? I don't think I want to hang from my hair, to be quite honest.
We will. That's next. I'll look that up right now.
Woman hangs by her hair for 25 minutes to break world record. That just sounds like a headache all in itself. While Jonah's doing a deeper dive, can you scroll down so I can read the content of? She has no hair. Where's her hair? Did she lose her hair?
Twitter.
I can't see in the picture. Maybe that's why. It's pixelated. Alrighty, let's see what you can't play it because it's.
Oh, the video.
I don't see a video. I hear music.
You don't see that?
No.
For real? I'm watching this. I hope
It's
everybody
like
else
slow
can.
motion.
I hope everybody else good. Dude.
Close the ad. That's what's happening. It's interrupting the flow.
She was like,
I'd love to see it, but you've got a little horizontal ad on the corner that's going instead of the other one.
well, it's over now.
Great.
She was just a spinning. She was just spinning and waving around. Oh my God.
Y'all
I'll let you
check
read
it
that.
out.
I gotta find this.
Okay. A professional circus performer who specializes in hair hanging broke a Guinness World Record when she was suspended by her locks for 25 minutes and 11.3 seconds. Leslie Noon, a 39-year-old, attempted the record for the longest time suspended by the hair in a scenic location at the Redwood National and State Parks in California. I'm just thinking the way she constructed her hair on top, you don't have too much of a headache. I was under the impression that her ponytail was like this.
We're moving on.
And okay.
We are moving on. From what I just seen, this is
Knock knock.
wow.
Knock knock. No, go back for a second. Knock knock.
Who there?
No. Put us knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
It's already gone.
Moo.
Yes, that's me. That's me. I'm over that already. My attention has turned. There's no going back from this. Okay. Once you told me about this, I've never heard of this. Holy crap.
Girl injured on a
It was back in
carnival ride.
2017.
My scars don't define me. It's been nearly a year since a 12-year-old Elizabeth Gilreath's okay scalp was ripped from her head when her hair got caught on a carnival ride. But the girl known affectionately as Lulu says she refuses to dwell on her accident. The fact that she's still alive is beyond me. My
It's
scars don't
miracle.
define me. Nobody's scars should define them. Yeah. Lulu told the affiliate WOWT 6 News Thursday that she had been excited to take her first carnival ride ever, but almost as soon as the ride started, she slumped down in her chair. Why? Ew! Why is the cat peeing? Come on, man. I want to see that. Little. I can't. What's happening? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That cat was totally stagnant, and then in
Every episode.
animation, and she slumped down in her.
Every
Okay,
episode.
move up. I read that already, so go ahead. All right. Her long red hair got caught in the machinery of the King's Crowns ride at the local carnival in Omaha, Nebraska, by you, Jonah. The injuries almost removed her entire scalp to cause damage to both her eyes. Whoa.
Yeah.
Come on with this cat peeing icon up here. Really? she said next thing she remembered was waking up in the hospital with her mother. I told her I feel like my head was smushed, Mom, and she told me what happened. Lulu told WOWT. After the accident, she was rushed to the hospital in critical condition and remained sedated while doctors this cat thing is annoying. While doctors worked to save her life. Since then, Lulu has had 2 head surgeries, 3 skin grafts, and 1 eye surgery, and 28 blood transfusions. Her mother, Virginia Kutsky, described Lulu as brave and said she's managed to smile despite her. Yo. Can we remove the cat peeing? Because that's really annoying.
I'm trying. Yo, it's gonna pop up whenever it wants to. I have no control of the ads.
Yo, dog, that's crazy. Yeah, that. I mean, I didn't get all the details of it.
It's not.
We've been sold on a system that costs more, asks more, and delivers less.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Wake up. Health isn't bought. It's built.
If you can see it, throw it into the
choices
chat. What do you think? What do you think?
Change everything.
Let me know what you think.
That's crazy.
Get involved, chat. Come on, you get down in there.
Peeps, we got 6 people. Hit us up. 6 people.
This.
Roll
Come
call.
on.
What do you think on this?
Get in.
Article?
Get in this conversation. We're talking about this poor girl.
Elizabeth Gilreath's hair got caught on the King's Crown ride, ripping her scalp off her head.
This is my Lulu. I can't believe that it's actually almost been a year now.
This is Elizabeth, or Lulu, today. She has
girl.
had 2 head surgeries, 3 skin grafts, 1 eye surgery, and 28 blood transfusions.
I told her I feel like my head was smushed, Mom. And then she told me what happened.
Lulu says she remembers sliding down in her seat on the King's Crown ride. The next thing she knew, she woke up in the hospital.
No. In this bathroom, they forgot to cover the mirror, and I saw my head. They had to bring me back up to my room.
Lulu's mother captured this picture after the first time her daughter saw what she looked like, praising her daughter for being brave.
I loved my hair. It was extremely rare.
Nearly a year later, her curls are growing back on one side.
And now I can actually pull my hair up. into a ponytail.
I
As
wonder.
images of Lulu spread worldwide, Lulu's mom says they received around 5,000 letters and care packages.
Thank you so much. This is so wonderful.
But her fight isn't over. A few weeks ago, Lulu was once again back in the hospital. Her mother saying she has a staph or MRSA infection.
Now my entire head is red, and I have inflammatories right here and here.
Since that day, Lulu says she will never ride a carnival ride again.
That's why I
But the
don't.
scars, the surgeries, and all the pain has only left her stronger.
My scars don't define me. Nobody's scars should define them.
Strong girl right there. Strong words from
When
a
was
strong
this?
girl.
That was, what year was that? That was 2007.
2017. So 2016.
Yeah, man.
2016
That's coming up
when it
on
happened.
10 years
17
next year. Yo, that's crazy, dog. Wow. It's crazy,
That poor
man.
girl. Good for her. Looking up. I wonder if they can do hair implants. Take hair and
Yeah, but
put it over so
because
that
of
way she
the
can get-
skin grafts, they wouldn't be able to put it in because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think.
Yeah, but that was like 8 years ago now. You would think
9
that the
years
skin
ago.
is already taking hold.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to do a follow-up video to see if there's anything recent on what has happened to her since then. But that's crazy, man. Like, yo, the people that gone through the crazy stuff are the most resilient, for real. Like, dude, like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I can't
Let's
even
get into
fathom what that. But okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Props.
That would hurt.
You think it would hurt? Of course it hurt.
I don't know. She probably didn't feel it at first.
She said she felt like her face was smushed. She felt something.
It probably didn't hurt at first. Yeah, I think the
Okay.
nerves probably. Anyway, we
Moving
don't have
on.
to talk about that. That poor girl. Moving on. That poor
Brave girl.
Okay,
Mwah.
we're not gonna.
Much love.
Brave girl. Good job. We'll follow up with you again too.
Yeah.
How would you feel about graduating with your kid? Would that
Graduating
be?
with
Is
your
that
kid?
like a dream? Would that be a
That's kinda-
dream of some moms
I
or
mean,
something?
it depends on.
Graduate with your kid.
Are we talking high school? Are we talking kindergarten? Well, that would be dumb.
Bro,
Kindergarten.
if your mom is graduating high school, we got an issue.
I told you math wasn't my strong suit.
Hold on. We can't pass over the fact that you said middle school too.
No, I actually said kindergarten, which is totally impossible.
Whoa.
Unless that was the sperm race and they graduated with you.
It was that one that went just like.
If you know,
If
you
y'all
know. If you don't, go check out
watch
last week's episode.
Y'all need to watch. You need to watch last week's episode, like the last 30 minutes.
Oh man! All right, cool. So let's see. Mother and
Sperm
son
race.
received
It's a
threat.
thing.
Oh my gosh! My reaction was
Take a bit.
priceless. Mother and son to receive graduate degrees on the same day. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, if your son or child or daughter graduates college and then you graduate with a college at the same college, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like eyelash. Make a wish. All right. Yeah, no, that's kind of cool. All right. And that squirrel has no eyelashes.
Anyway, good job, Mom. On Mother's Day, you got to walk
Cool.
with your son.
Nice. Props.
That you mentioned. That's all you get. Now, to the
right.
good stuff, because this comes
Here
with a
we
video.
go. Fasten your seats. Get your laughing pants on. All right. What we got? All right. New Zealand cyclist collides with a goat during Giro d'Italia. Really? You didn't see a goat? What's happening?
Deary me.
All right. I can't see the video.
Oh, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, over the back wheel.
That wasn't that bad.
Oh, no.
That wasn't
The,
that
guy,
bad.
the cyclist
Okay,
didn't
y'all.
fall, though. So go him. That's
No,
pretty cool.
I thought that was gonna be worse. That was
Yep.
lame. I should have. I didn't vet that one. I didn't do y'all good on that one. How bored.
All right, for those of y'all checking in,
Wrong
check
on
right
that
now.
one, y'all. That was horrible. My fault. My fault.
Put in the chat where you are from right now. Let's go. I want to see it. I want to see the messages. Where are you from? Who's watching? What's going on? All right. Let's go. Next. Why are you pixelated? Why are you pausing? And Jonah, ladies and gentlemen, is frozen. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Yo, anybody know what's going on? Like, I feel like I literally got punched in the face twice.
Can you hear me?
No, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay, so as I'm doing this research, I've noticed that zoos lose a lot of animals.
Yes. Yes, they do. I don't know why. Wouldn't you?
Like I got
put
4 or
huge lock
5.
on
I got
zoos?
4 or 5 headlines of nothing but zoo animals that got out, and I see 4 or 5 of them every week. I don't care to talk
they the
about
same
it. Who
zoo?
cares about that kangaroo?
Are they the same
Going
zoo?
down a Texas highway.
My friend sent me a picture of a kangaroo hopping all over the roof in Australia.
Nobody care about
crazy.
that. A kangaroo in Texas, that's not a surprise. Tigers in Texas and they do in the wild. Do you know that? Did you
That's
know
crazy. No, I did not. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's next?
Anyway, how bored would you have to be to break a Guinness World Record like this, where you have to stack cards? And that's all you did was just stack cards.
Stack cards?
Mhm.
I wouldn't make it past 2 cards. I'd be bored. They'd fall. I'd be done. What? 51,725 playing cards toppled like dominoes to break the. Why? Who has that much time and patience for
I don't know how
playing?
long it took them, but we can't watch it. We can't watch this because it's on YouTube. Thank you. Come on, guys.
Crazy. 51,000 cards just for giggles. Y'all know I'm all about loving numbers. Not. 51,725. That's 994 point something
Oh my
things of cards,
God.
y'all. Like,
I want to stand their
does anybody
sides,
understand
too.
that? Anyone?
I
Just
want to
me?
play it. You think
What
we'd get a hit if we played it? You think they'd hit us? You think they'd hit us if we played it?
Just play like
Probably.
3 seconds of it when it's at the end.
Can you do that?
I don't know.
I don't think you can do that. We're gonna get a hit. Well,
All right, then don't
I
do
gotta
it.
see it. No, let's not do it.
No, hit me.
Okay.
Hit pause.
Check this out. The teams face setbacks, including a premature collapse.
That's insane. That's no.
No.
Like, I love watching dominoes. Like, though, I could go down a rabbit hole watching dominoes on YouTube, but yeah, no. No, I'm totally not the setter. I'll be the trigger to watch it happen, but 994 decks of cards, y'all. That's just why. Like, why? I'm not that bored. It's not even boredom. That's just perfectionism. That's I don't know, man. Good. Do you? That's a lot of cards. 51,725 cards. When I calculated it, because there's 52 cards in a deck, that's 994 point numbers. That's a lot. Why? You know what you could do in that time that you're stacking cards only to see them fall? Anybody? Just me? I mean, that's
How long would it
literally
take?
what you're doing.
How long could you do? But
Not even a minute. I don't want to do it. That's it. I don't want to do it. No, I just don't want to do it.
But
No, not gonna do it.
cool.
Ain't gonna
Good
do
job, man. That's a lot of time off your life that you'll never get back.
I guess.
This crazy stuff that we do. Like I see a new Guinness World Record thing every week. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I should talk about that. But then again, I'm like, ain't nobody care.
Get the book, watch the videos on YouTube. Go down Guinness Book World Records, and some of it's gross. Some of the stuff that they do is gross, and I'm just like, why? What? I mean, I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. Put them tea. What's next, Jonah?
Mm-hmm. So, how would you feel? Well, no, let's not say that. Let's say, what's the biggest fear of robots that you have?
Yo. I mean, they're doing it already by watching us, listening to us, and, you know, I think the biggest fear.
I think we talked about that robot vacuum taking pictures of you and putting it on the internet.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Did we talk about
I think probably doing surgery or delivering a child would be probably the most terrifying thing that I would want a robot doing.
You are outside your mind. You're outside your mind.
Well, that you asked me what's the biggest fear. I don't want a robot going manually.
Is not the biggest fear. Taking over and saying, I'm going to kill all human beings. And it taking over.
Well, yeah.
That's not your biggest fear? Come on, Andrew. You get your ducks in a row.
But what I'm saying is, like, put the image up. Put the image up. If you know, you know. Put the image up. They're doing it already. Let's be honest. So,
all right, y'all. This is New York Post.
This is Terminator, dog.
Just to let you know, this is New York Post. Oh, crap.
Violent humanoid robot attacks factory workers. What? How long ago was this in wild video?
Before I play this video.
That's 8 days ago. Yo. Now y'all know why I live under a rock. Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, you can't be living under a rock, dude.
Robot's not going to pick up a rock. Robot's not going to worry about a rock.
What are you talking about? He's going to hear you whimpering and wiring underneath.
I'll be very quiet.
Hey, you ain't going to be very quiet. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Oh my gosh, this was 8 days ago. Are we able to see the video, or are we going to get clipped?
Yeah. But I was saying before
the video,
before we play the video,
okay,
I want to do some speculating. I want to do some speculating.
All right.
So, well, I guess we can do it after. Let's do that. We'll do it after.
Who's the squirrel tonight now?
Me. Well, it jumps back and forth.
It.
Watch.
Unmuted.
There's no sound anyway.
Well, that's dumb. Nothing's happening.
You don't see nothing?
It's pixelated.
You and your pixelated thing.
It on my end it didn't. It kind of skipped and buttered and really didn't do much. So I'd have to kind of watch it on my. If y'all seen it, let
Oh
me
my
know.
goodness. Okay, here's the first picture. Like it starts lunging out. Can you see the picture?
Yes, now I can. That's insane. What's he doing? Or she doing? Or what's the robot doing?
They're flailing their arms.
Why? What happened?
Oh, that's where we gotta speculate.
A New York Post robot attacks.
Andrea, it's literally in your messenger.
Oh.
Lord have mercy, girl.
Pardon me, y'all. Y'all can see I'm unable to.
Let me see if I can play it again and we'll try it again. So you can see it.
Well, if I'm gonna comment on it, wouldn't it be only right to watch it? And here we go. Okay. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Okay, what's happening?
See? We're already losing people. All right.
Yeah. All right. My bad, Joe. Okay,
So
I'm watching the video right now. Why?
I bet he was sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
God dang, with ads. Lord have mercy. Just ads. Just all you ever get is ads on this stuff.
Yes,
so I'm guessing they were trying to program it.
Okay.
You know, and then all of a sudden it kind of just went haywire because he had one letter off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it said to. Oh, yo, you gotta watch that video. Oh my gosh, it's like Edward Scissorhands chopping the dude, like at the dude. That's insane. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. So that had to be some sort of programming. That's insane, dude. Yo, check out the link that he has because I don't know if it showed up in here, but I watched it on my phone. Oh my gosh. The guy goes like crazy knife chop on the dude.
Let me see if I can.
That's crazy, man.
Yo, if you can't see the video, there it is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we have automatic cars. Not a fan. Not having a robot or something drive my car. That's just not happening. I'm not a fan of technology like that taking over. Give the robots jobs that we don't want to do, like I don't know, dirty jobs or jobs that are just tedious that we could buy back time to enjoy things. Because that's kind of where I'm at with. Let's give the robots like going in and fighting fires, going in and saving drowning people, not putting other people's life at risk to help other people. You know what I mean? Like dangerous situations where they can't get hurt themselves. That's my thought. Your thoughts?
I don't like it.
Yes, sir.
I don't like it.
Nope, not a fan.
All right. We are jumping in here. We're going to go.
We went from 6 to 3.
Hat.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, we
went 6, 3, 1.
And here's the good part.
Okay.
You know? Remember, people, this is just for entertainment purposes. We don't know if this is real. But apparently this is a CNN post or a CNN story. But read down at the bottom.
Trump says it's a step forward towards ending A mild-wide underwater volcano is ready to blow its top off the west coast. Scientists predict one of the Pacific Ocean's lesser-known volcanoes will blow its vent in the coming months, causing 10,000 earthquakes one day. What? That's a problem. I like how it's
Just
a
that.
nice
Here
small.
it is again.
Oh my gosh, I like how it's blow its top off the west coast to predict one of the lesser known volcanoes will blow in the coming months, causing 10,000 earthquakes in one day. Yo, wasn't there?
Yep.
What was that? There was a movie that did that just recently happened where like it was like a volcano thing, and there was like talking about I want to say the San Andreas Fault, where like there was a big problem, and then it was like erupting and erupting and erupting and all that stuff. I like how that's a tiny marquee that scrolls under whatever she's talking about, and one person was like, "Yo, read the fine print. This is kind of what's crazy, what's going on."
Mhm.
So, in the coming months, so would you say the coming months are 5 months, 10 months, 20 months, 6 months, 1 month?
Well, that leads me into my next thing.
Okay.
Remember where we're at.
Right?
It's tinfoil hat time.
Yep.
Tinfoil hat time.
Tinfoil hat. All right.
Y'all, this is mad creepy. I'll explain in 1 second. So, Walmart is building a whole freaking city in Arkansas. Well, I have a friend that lives in Arkansas, so shout out to Heather because she sent me this information and she put all the stuff together and she checked the location of this city that Walmart is building, right? She compared it to a map, a pretty known map, and she found out that this entire city was built in an area that would still be here after the Great Flood of 2025. If you look right here, more than half of Arkansas is completely wiped off the map. And you mean to tell me that Walmart, of all corporations, don't you know about the Walmart theory? Other word theory, that weird thing with Walmart. The Walmarts are closing down all over the country with crazy barbed wire fences. You know that one? Is building a whole freaking city in the one location that would not be flooding in that state. If you live in a blue area, you better find yourself somewhere to go like all the billionaires did years ago. Don't forget what I just posted earlier, by the way. It's talking about the guy who's in office now in the situation. It's not a long time ago. This was now.
What in the world is going on? A mile-wide underwater volcano is ready to blow its top off the west coast in the coming months, causing 10,000 earthquakes in one day.
Allegedly, but the Walmart city is not allegedly.
All right, hold on. So he was saying that they are building a string of Walmarts or a Walmart city where that volcano is supposed to erupt or outside of it.
So did you see that map that he had brought up?
Yeah.
So all that water, the blue was water. That was the United States flooded. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I can pull that back up. Let's go back to that video. Let's go back to that video real quick.
Oh.
And I'll show you what I'm talking about.
What is happening, dog? Like, interesting. Come on back, y'all. This is interesting now. All right, so he's talking about repopulating the world.
Flood of 20.
Okay. So he's saying that this is the great flood of 2025. Okay.
So it didn't happen yet, obviously.
No. So
oh, wait a minute. So he's saying that all that. Whoa.
All this is water.
Whoa.
Okay. Remember, you guys, this is just for speculation. So I did a little more digging. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I found this.
Walmart billionaire Mark Lore is planning 500 billion city of the future. Telosa urban center could potentially house up to 5 million residents somewhere in the American Southwest. Whoa. That's crazy. So is that meaning that 500 million residents are going to be the 500 billionaires in the world? While other billionaires are jockeying to get into space. Wait, going into space? What? Why, who wants to go to space? They're going to space? Mark Lore has his eyes on the planet.
We were just talking about it last week, how they were calling freaking Katy Perry an astronaut.
Yeah. The former Walmart exec has announced plans to create a new utopian city in the American desert, featuring self-driving. See? Yo. What's happening, dog? Like,
well,
if I saw this on a daily basis, I would be hospitalized.
Freaked out.
For real. This is why I do not come above ground. In January, Lore first announced plans to step down as Walmart's successful e-commerce director in order to focus on creating the city of the future. So are they just, this is going to be a lifelong Yo.
Telos means the highest purpose. It was a term coined by Aristotle. It's about individuals in society coming together to reach their fullest potential. Cities that have been built to date from scratch are more like real estate projects. They don't start with people at the center, because if you started with people at the center, you immediately would think, okay, what's the mission and what are the values? The mission of Telosa is to create a more equitable and sustainable future. That's our North Star, and that'll never change. What we're trying to do is combine sort of the best of different cities in the world and bring it together. So if you think about Telosa being as vibrant and diverse as the New York City, combined with efficiency, safety, and cleanliness of a city like Tokyo, combined with the social services, the sustainability, and the governance model of a city like Stockholm, we are going to be the most open, the most fair, and the most inclusive city in the world. If you really want to go after a moonshot, which I would consider the city to be, you have to start with a big, bold vision. You need to raise the required capital. You need to surround yourself with the very best people in the world. And if you get those three things right, you can achieve incredible, magical things. BRK, who's the founder of BIG, expressed an incredible passion for this project.
Telosa, in my mind, sort of embodies the kind of social and environmental care of a kind of Scandinavian culture and the kind of freedom and opportunity of a more American culture.
Yo. All right. So, all right, let's educate myself.
Hold on. Time out. So if they build the city and it becomes a city, is the Walmart dude the mayor as well?
He's going to be the head honcho, I believe.
Hey, how can he be a head honcho of all those people if all those people own their stuff?
Well, they're going to build a city of Walmart, they said. They're going to have like a bunch of, like, it's crazy because Walmart is taboo, or stereotype is like, oh, well, we get things for like low rates. But if you're talking about the elitists, then wouldn't it be like the top of the line of everything? And he's talking about, all right, I got a lot of questions here. So first question is, do you have to pay to be in this situation? The city would have a density of 33 people per acre on par with San Francisco.
Holy crap.
Okay, that's numbers. I don't know what that means. So, first question is, are we building a new city that's going to be controlled by somebody and we're just the minions of it? Are they building it to enhance the quality of life? With no cars or streets, the line would have 0 net carbon emissions. Residents would be buried about by autonomous cars and high ultra speed transit. Okay, why are we doing in this little creative world and not regularly? Why aren't we doing
Hold on
this
a second.
So
I don't think we were in. I think we were going to a different. I think we're in a different article.
Oh, okay. But so allegedly what is being speculated is they're just like toodles to everyone, and we're gonna select whoever make it the strongest of the fittest by selection, and they get to live in this world. Is that what I'm understanding? Anyone? So whoever has a ticket to go into space has the golden ticket, and then the remaining of the elitists get to go to this Walmart land. Just me? No, that's crazy. Like, what's happening to everybody else? See, this is why. What's everybody else? Are they drowned? Are we dead? Are we like? I want answers. What's happening? And Jonah, you're very silent, so you're making me nervous. Either you have frozen or you're just in awe. That's what I figured. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So basically what just transpired, if you are checking in, is that there is this city being built in the middle of Arkansas of Walmart, and only a select amount of people can go there. And also in conjunction with the amount of people that can go there, then what's also happening is that there's going to be a situation where the entire world floods, and there's going to be about 10,000 earthquakes in one day. This is exactly why I am unplugged, because this is a lot of information to be consumed in a short period of time. How do we prepare? We have no dates. We have no nothing. And yeah. So Jonah just said he'll be right back. He has to come back on due to his internet. Put in your thoughts. What is your mindset for those of you who are plugged in today's world, watching the news, keeping up with the Joneses and so forth, because I'm not. Does this kind of material kind of alarm you for future generations, for your companies, for your families, for your livelihood? And what are you doing to take action into being prepared for such circumstances? We've been watching all about, absolutely, Jonah. We've been watching all these movies, documentaries, and, films about all of these natural disasters, what could potentially happen. What are your thoughts? What actions are you taking, if any, to kind of deal with the situations that are going on? And, this is something that's scrolled, as you can see on our show, something that's scrolled on the marquee. That's really just kind of the fine print. How are you handling it? I want to hear from you as Jonah's coming back on, those who are supporting this show, because it's kind of alarming. I'm not going to be sugarcoating it or taking it lightly. There's a lot of stuff that, is it right for me to be unplugged and not know what's going on? Or is it something that, what do we have the opportunity to do? And how do we have the choices and resources to be prepared if such events occur? I want to hear from you guys. Roll call for those 4. Thank you so much being here. I appreciate it. Shout out to y'all. Jonah should be coming back momentarily. Thank y'all for your patience. And I don't know if you're just tuning in. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like I got punched in the face twice, and I don't know what that's about. I know I was in the sun yesterday. I did have protection and sunscreen on, but I don't know. But it's kind of hot and it itches, so I didn't have anything different to eat today, so who knows? We shall see. But yeah, I mean, the things that are going on in the world, we don't know if there is kind of concerns. Yes, absolutely. You know, Jonah chimed in. He says, I want to know more about this volcano that's coming. Absolutely. And Chi Rascals, thanks for chiming in. I'm just more and more concerned about more and more I hear these things. You know, it's a good topic to address because, you know, you have such a swaying pendulum in the news that we fight or flight, we get everybody all amped up and nervous, and it turns out to be nothing. And then you have the other side of the coin where people are saying, hey, look, I told you so, but that's what is happening. That is what is happening. What's happening is that the way that information is being portrayed today is that, you know, okay, well, I just totally messed that up. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this, y'all. So what's being portrayed, I'm just gonna go over here, waiting for Jonah to come back. But as here for speculation is they are confusing us with the misinformation, misguided information, and so forth. And we have to be kind of prepared or knowledgeable of what do we have in control, what don't we have in control, and is it an opportunity where we can figure out what we can do about it. I welcome your thoughts. When we, like, for example, let's go back to what has happened in 2020, right? We were talking about the situation. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. We were talking about the situation of being prepared. The world's going to end. We're not going to have enough stuff. And the whole world went chaotic. And people exhausted expenses on toilet paper for some reason. And, you know, they went out of stock on some materials. And then I was having this conversation over Mother's Day weekend with family about, remember when we had no gas here in the States? There was times where we didn't have access to gas for a certain time. And if you're traveling about to get the means for your family, it is a big concern. So my question to you, to the audience, chime in. I welcome the support. Is how are you and what are we educating our families, our friends, our loved ones, our children, the future, other countries? What are we doing, and to what extent are we being prepared? You know, Marianne Williamson, Les Brown, my kindred spirit, says this. It's better to be prepared. It's better to have an opportunity. Okay, here we go. It's better to be prepared and not have an opportunity rather than have an opportunity and not be prepared. And I think what we need to do is have these conversations in a respectful, calm, civil manner with our fellow loved ones, our families, even other countries and other states, so we could be mindful of it. Because if we go into fight or flight mode, what happens is you get fear, you get illness, you get anger and frustration, and y'all are fighting once amongst each other when that's not really the root cause of what we should be focusing on. We should definitely be focusing on the mere fact that, all right, Jonah is still having some issues, so we're going to wait for him to come back. But yeah, that's what it's about. It's really kind of putting into perspective, when is enough? How do we inform? How do we educate each other? And what are we doing? And those are the topics we should be discussing amongst the different social media platforms with friends and family. Now, I know some of y'all say, well, Andrea, I talked to my elders, and it's kind of like they're going to adapt to what they've been exposed to. And when you're talking to baby boomers and generations thereafter, they're going to compare, oh, it's not that bad. We've experienced this. But I'm talking about the generations, Generation Z, X, Y, millennials, even our younger generations now, they want to react as opposed to respond. So what initiative are you taking today with your family members and loved ones? How are you keeping calm through the storm? And then such articles such as this comes about and you don't have the knowledge or the resources to really fix it, but only can control what's in your own home. It's just like anything in the world. You have to be mindful and use your intellect to kind of know what you don't know, and how you can balance that out and network and collaborate with others. So yeah, so that's that. I am going to see where Jonah is. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. We're going to kind of see, because he gave me this series. So we talk about the Walmart billionaire Mark Lore is planning a $500 billion city. Now, if y'all are familiar with that, I want to know, like, where are we getting the money for that? As I'm going fuzzy, where are we getting the money from that? How is it being funded? How are we supporting it? Who's the elect that goes in there? And what's happened to the rest of us? That's kind of my concerns on that regard. I don't want to really go to other topics because I know he may have a segue or a plan of how to do this, but put in the comments your thoughts. Like I said, looking on the air of how are you managing this chaotic world? Because I don't know about y'all, but it's been a minute and I just go on the news if I do have to, even though I know I have a weather app, but sometimes I'll be fishing through just to kind of surf the TV to see what's going on. And I'm on there for 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, this is a circus and I have no idea what's going on. It's all pain. It's all focusing on ailments, stress, what you don't have, what you should have. And it's not really based on the wellness mentality, So, all right, let's see. I would like to visit this city, but virtually. Yeah, no, I agree. It looks like a beautiful city, but why are we having a Walmart city? Why don't we have like a island city? How about we do that? That's what I'm thinking. All right, let's see. As I'm doing this, I'm going to bring up the next article. So bear with me, y'all. One woman show. Something to do this. Let's see if we could do this. All right. So the other one that really, okay, we're going here. All right, ladies, I'm going to bring this up. Let me see if I can do this. Bear with me, y'all. You know me and technology. All right, here we go. So this is another article that Jonah had presented for this evening. Let's see, shall we? All right, how do I do this? Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Let's see. All right, let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Of course not, because we have to take this off, Andrea. All right, let's All right. Let's see what Jonah has in store for here. Let me bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So it says here, what the shell? Scientists marvel as NZ snail lays eggs from neck. That's weird. All right. A rare New Zealand snail has been filmed for the first time. Hold on, Jonah. You're okay. All right. Oh, good. Thanks. Thanks, you rascals. Okay. A rare New Zealand snail has been filmed for the first time squeezing an egg from its neck. Okay. Delighting scientists trying to save the critically endangered meat-eating mollusk. Snails eat meat? That's weird. Okay, didn't know that. Threatened by a coal mining in New Zealand's South Island, It says a small population of Mount Augustus snail was transplanted from its forest habitat almost 20 years ago to live in a chilled container tended by humans. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd be a little stressed if I was living in a chilled container. What'd I do? I just did something. Dang it. All right, hold on now. Hold on, people. Technology is slowly a friend of mine. All right, let's try this again. Oh my goodness, Jonah, you need to come back. Okay, let's see. And I do give you props because this is an ordeal in itself. All right, y'all, can you see this? All right, let's see. Jonah! He's back.
Lord.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I would be stressed too. Exactly. Okay. So we are bringing up the snail situation, which I have. Where did it go? Why are you showing me? Yes.
I think
Jonah's back, everyone! Yay! Did they give him tiny knit sweaters for their snail? Right. Exactly.
We need to take a little step back here.
Oh. Okay. Reverse, y'all. Okay, so we're going to that. What? An underwater volcano, axial seamount, located about 300 miles off the coast of Oregon, is showing signs of an pending eruption. Scientists have been monitoring the volcano for decades and are now predicting the eruption could occur soon, possibly by the end of 2025. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, y'all. So that's 6 months. Wow. Oh my gosh. So the location is the axial seamount. Scientists have noticed, wait, you're highlighting something. Scientists have noticed increased seismicity, earthquakes, and swelling of the volcano structure, which suggests eruptions to be imminent. A network of instruments on the floor has been monitoring the volcano for decades, picking up clues that it's stirring. Current forecasts project that the volcano will erupt sometime between now and the end of the year. Now meaning today.
There's your
now?
time frame. I'm sure when they wrote this, it doesn't matter when they said now and the end of the year, because if it ain't happened, it's still now.
Now. A network of instruments on that could erupt now. Can we go to that link to just for giggles to see when now was? Because if it's
where's it at?
Right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now. Can we scroll up to see? 5 days ago. Okay. Let's go to show all. Wait, go up. Go scroll down and go back up. All right, go to show all on the right. And then we want to look at, wait, go back down.
18 hours ago. Hold on.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Hold on. The Pacific Northwest.
I'm holding on right now.
It's up there. I got the.
It's. Wait a minute. Today's the 13th. Okay. May 13th was today. Wait.
It was updated today.
Okay. Today. A 4-minute read. All right, Joe. You ask, receive, believe. Okay. Axial seamount underwater volcano 300 miles off of Oregon's coast showing signs of impending eruption. First since 2015, which was 10 years ago. Through lesser known than the Cascade Range volcanoes, scientists are eager to study it as well as it offers valuable insights into Earth's geological and biological processes. All right. That's read more, shall we? In December 2024, scientists announced that the American Geophysical Union conference axial seamount, an underwater volcano off Oregon's coast, was likely to erupt before the end of 2025. The news sparked global interest and local concerns. Would the eruption be dangerous on land? Could it trigger a major earthquake? And how might it impact marine life such as orcas and salmon? Aw. Okay. Scroll up. Let's finish. The Ocean Observatory's initiatives, Regional Cabled Array, RCA, run by the University of Washington, is one of the largest underwater observatories and has about 150 real-time sensors spread across the Juan de Fuca Plate, from the Oregon coast to the axial seamount, 300 miles offshore. Since 2014, the RCA provided high-resolution live video feeds, vital oceanic data. When axial seamount erupts, science will have a direct, real-time view offering valuable insights. All right? Keep on going because it still hasn't told me anything yet. What happened when it erupts?
What happens?
All right, axial seamount is too deep and far offshore for its eruption to be noticeable on land. It also won't trigger earthquakes or tsunamis in the Pacific Northwest. Yay! While most people are happy to stay far away, scientists are eager to observe it, since no one has ever directly seen an eruption from the mid-ocean spreading centers, leaving many questions unanswered. Okay. The first, axial eruptions create snowblowers, plumes of warm fluid carrying billions of microbes and white clumps of their waste. Ew. Why?
Well, that
Why are we
kind
talking
of
about
bummed
poo?
me. That kind of, oh, I'm not gonna say it bummed me out, but that kind of blew the conspiracy theory right out, didn't it? Just saying that word right
But then
there.
the question is like, that's what I'm saying. Because if we look at CS, if we do look at, history repeating itself, then do they underplay it? And you know what I'm saying? It could have the adverse reaction. Let's make everybody hype and nothing real and go on a panic and a tizzy and then nothing happens, or have an article debunk that myth or that fear and then something really be happening. You know what I'm saying? Anybody? Just me?
Man, we won't know until it happens, I guess.
I mean,
because if it's going to cause that much flooding, holy crap.
But that's what I'm saying. Where did he get the information for that map to show that
It's all speculation. It's just a conspiracy theory.
Well, we'll be
find
on
out if
top
it
of
goes
this,
true.
and Jonah, as you know, will follow up. And if you don't know how to swim, start swimming. Take that speedboat from last week that goes 300 miles into the air, feet into the air, and just go over it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank you for sticking with us. What else we got, or where are we at in the show? Jonah's yawning.
Oh, well.
Jonah's yawning.
I guess it'd be a good time to.
Oh no. Oh no. Are we going
bring
there?
up the last. This will be our. This will be the end of the episode. You know how it goes.
Yes. Let me see if I have anything. Hold on. Is this? Let me see if I can find it. Are we going here? Where's my little picture? My most recent picture. All right. So let's get the icon up. Do you have it ready? For those of you who don't know, be prepared and put your spoons and forks and images down. Where did it go?
Where's that?
Oh, wait a minute. Don't take this off for a second. Icon? Yes, I gave it to you via chat. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
La, 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 la. Let's see. All right. I'm sending it to you now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are part of the show where it happens. It happens. We're about to touch the sun. And if you know, you know. So let's ride this gravy. Oh, no, I don't even want to say that. No, we're not. No, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year to cheer, the time of the episode where we, put your forks, foods, beverages down, and let's see what Jonah has in store for this episode. Put the emojis if you know what's going to happen now. All righty. Jonah. Driver for Amazon caught on camera peeing outside of homes in California. Why not? Why not?
I think there's a video too.
A driver making Amazon deliveries caught on video relieving herself outside of the home of two Los Angeles area customers will no longer be delivering packages on behalf of the company, Amazon said. Wow, they just put her on full blast. Tamara Bidoy told KTTV that her husband discovered that she wasn't the one. Okay, that the driver had pooped on the front. Really? Pooped on the front porch? Of their Woodland Hills home? That just sounds too wow. Home when they went to pick up package on Mother's Day. Come on, man. All right. Home security video shows that the driver walking away, pulling up her pants and... Jonah?
Leaving a pile of feces on the porch.
Wow. A video sent to the station by another family a short distance away also shows the driver urinating on the brick. What is that? Okay. I really want to say something, but we're going to get canceled. So I'm going to not say it. But it's really gross. And then to find out a bit later, she did it again about 30 minutes after she left my house. She went to somebody else's house. So she did the same thing. That's malicious, personal, disgusting.
Good
Absolutely,
job.
Tamara. Go you. But I need to just... Ladies and gentlemen,
2 times in 30 minutes? Boy, you got a gut on you.
I'm just saying, not to be graphic or anything, but how are y'all pooping on, peeing on demand? That's just blows my mind. Unless you're having like processed foods or something that will irritate your stomach, or unless you're a Dumb and Dumber fan of that segment where you just down Pepto-Bismol or a diuretic for some reason or have coffee. Why? Amazon apologized for the incidents in the statement sent to McClatchy News and said the driver was an independent contractor. So, we're deeply disturbed by the unacceptable behavior of this delivery driver and apologize to the customers invited. We immediately identified the driver and they will no longer be delivering on behalf. Why is she not arrested for public indecency? What? What is... Yeah, help me. Public indecency, destruction of property, and defamation. Woman in Florida, a woman intention... Can you stop scrolling?
I know. I'm gonna keep this up, and I'm gonna save that for next week.
That's crazy, yo. I don't know about y'all, but come on, people. Do you understand? All right, first and foremost, this is embarrassing. Number one, I don't care. This is embarrassing to America. This is embarrassing to the human race. We are human beings, but we are not animals. This is someone's property. This is someone's, like, let's go back to like first grade. What would happen if somebody did that to you? Can we just grow up and act like normal human beings? What is normal, Andrea? That's kind of whatever. Just be kind, be respectful, respect your body, and respect other people's property, personal items, and person. That's all I'm saying. That's just, if you gotta go, I mean, if you gotta go, bring something to dispose of it properly and accordingly. If you're doing it intentionally, yo, I'm sorry, dog. You need help.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's disgusting.
It is.
Amazon, I would be like, Amazon, you owe me a free cart for the next 10 years.
Like, y'all didn't see anything. Well, there was no triggers, no red flags, and the fact that she did it in in the course of 2 incidences in 1 hour. Like, did she know the people? Like, I want to hear from her. They need to injure her.
Did she like premeditate this to where she did half and then held the other half until she got to that?
Really, Jonah? We're not. What did? No, we're not condoning this. Hey, I'm gonna pee on you and poop on you. Come on.
I'm not condoning it. I just have questions.
What
did she say? These freaking people, they suck. I'm gonna poop on theirs, and then I'm gonna hold the other half of the poop for this other house.
She didn't poop. She pooped on one and peed on the other.
No, she took 2 poops within 30 minutes.
No, I thought it was pee. Go back to the article.
I don't want to.
If you're paying attention in the comments, I'm gonna pull it up. She said, "Oh, where'd it go now?" All right. Well, Jonah dismissed it, but I'm pretty sure she pooped in one and peed in the other one, and that's just crazy to have. But props if you can control your bodily functions of that way, then you must go in the Guinness Book of World Records. Because if you can have your functioning faculties to be on demand, that's pretty crazy.
It's really gross. She did it again about 30 minutes after she left my house. She went to somebody else's house and did the same thing.
Yeah, but I could have sworn she pooped and peed. Oh no, regardless, it's foul. Here's what y'all need to do. If you're a news reporter out there, if you are the company out there, if you are writing these articles, here's a thought. Go to the person and have them be publicly displayed to see how they react with their behavior. If they're arrested, get them in the jail. If they're in holding cell,
I don't think we're going to do that.
Why not? Because then you'll get a better understanding. Like, do they need help? Like mental health help?
I don't think putting a camera in front of their face is going to help that situation.
But you're addressing the elephant in the room.
You're also elevating and condoning it by putting it on TV.
It's on the internet.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Of course it matters. You have her name. You have her situation. We don't have her name, but you have your situation. The company worked for, where she went, the 2 homes in the vicinity of the community. Why not interview her and say, yo, do you need Depends? Do you need shorter shifts? Do you need a porta potty? Do you need a baby potty in the Amazon truck? Like, come on, man. Like,
I think I want to go. I like my theory,
which is
it's premeditated.
Okay.
It's premeditated pooping.
Can you poop on demand? If I said, Jonah, I need you to poop tomorrow at 5:00 at the cross street between Cherry Lane and Smithville, can you do it?
If I premeditated it, yes.
How do you premeditate pooping and peeing?
You just hold it.
What? What? You just.
That's right, people. We're in this segment right now.
You just hold it, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
just hold it.
Has anyone here done the potty dance? Has anyone did the poop dance? And you can't control it if you're at that point and there's nowhere to go and you have an accident?
Bro, I had to go to so bad one day that I couldn't sit still.
Okay. And you pulled over and went on the side of the road.
No,
that's different.
Anyway.
You say tomorrow at 3:05, I'm going to premeditate to poop.
I think it was premeditated. I think she had it out for these people. And she wanted to give a little something.
I'm kind of shocked it's a female, but hey, you know, who am I to
You're shocked.
discriminate?
That's the only thing that shocks you. It's a female.
But I mean, like, come on, people. Today's day and age, there's cameras everywhere. Do you not see? I can't tell you how many times I'm in the community, very far and few, and you hear that chime, that notorious chime. Oh, there's someone in front of my door for an iPhone ring. Like, all right.
You got a Ring camera?
I know people that do, but every time you have ring, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, somebody's in my yard. Oh, somebody's in my front door. Oh, somebody just dropped a package. So I think it's the, you know, but you know what, Jonah? Now that I think about it, where was I going? I just had a thought, and it escaped.
We're gonna go to this thought. How about this thought?
But
this will make you happy.
Fungus and her arm. Oh,
read that headline.
Hey.
Quit reading the dadgum ads. It ain't free. Well, look at this, people.
Fungus in what? Fungus and bat poop used to grow cannabis kills two in New York. All right. First of all, I feel bad for the bats because they're getting a lot of bad rep. It's really sad. Like, why? Two men died in New York after attempting to grow cannabis in bat excrement, which is called
guano.
Yes. I was thinking my boy Jim Carrey in that movie. The men based in Rochester, New York, died after contracting a rare fungal infection in their lungs from the bat guano. Oh, there it was. The bat guano they were intending to use as fertilizer to grow marijuana. First of all, why aren't you just using? Why are we going after bats? Do we not know the alleged bad rep bats have given people over the past decades? Individuals, ladies and gentlemen. After breathing in spores of fungus called Hypsoplasma capsulatum, which was hidden within the bat poop, the men developed pneumonia conditions called histoplasmosis. One made why? First of all, you're 59. Why are you doing weed now? Had bought the bat guano online.
Doing it his old life. Don't you remember me telling you 60 was in the 70s and 80s?
Okay. While the other, age 64, found the feces in his own attic after heavy bat. Where are y'all living that there's bats in Rochester, New York? Is this like Batman's cave y'all in? Like, you need to call Giles or what's his name? Whitterford or whatever.
They probably want to get some.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Exposure to bat guano.
So they ain't even getting it from the marijuana. So they're not even getting it from the marijuana themselves. They're just breathing the poop particles.
Bat poop. Well, I know that people who travel in caves, they say be mindful, and they either wear masks or told to put their tongue on the top of their mouth when they go to the caves because of the extreme smell of guano. That's crazy.
It's poop. Just say poop.
It's poop. Bat poop. Feces. Fecal matter. Dookie. Duty. Oh my gosh.
And you're breathing in the poop particles.
Yeah, that's crazy. Initially described as endemic to the Ohio and Mississippi River valleys, the infection now regularly occurs in the central and eastern United States, with cases reported across the entire country. Plasma capsulatum is also found in the rich soil with bird and bat droppings. See, we have to figure out how we have to put poop somewhere, particularly in caves, chicken coops, and old buildings. Infections occur through the inhalation of airborne spores disturbed by contaminated soil. The fungus is not transmitted to person to person. Wow, that's crazy. Bats need to stay in the caves, and people just need to stay away from bats, y'all. Batman is not a good environment, or bat poop, I should say. No poop is good poop. So stay away from the poop, people, because that's a problem. Poop
yeah,
is
quit breathing in poop particles.
That's just crazy. Oh my gosh, we need to find porta potties for everybody in the poop realm, because as that book says, when we're a child, everybody poops.
You know,
do snails poop?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if snails poop because they leave a slime. Like fish poop, turtles poop, rabbits poop, chickens poop, monkeys poop. Do ants poop? I'm wondering if ants poop. Because that would be weird. Okay, what about worms?
Well, duh.
What do you mean, well, duh? You've seen a worm sit down and poop?
What do you think dirt is?
That's worm poop?
Yeah.
I think I'm just thinking, like, what really poops that would be weird.
Did you know? Here's a little fun fact for you. You know those little blowers in the bathrooms?
Oh yeah, the ventilation.
You blow your hands dry. Mm-hmm. No, you push a button and you blow your hands dry.
Oh yeah, the by jet fueled hand dryer.
Yeah. Did you know that puts as many poop particles back on your hand as you just washed off?
Yes. The only reason I know that is because I was watching a Mythbusters YouTube, and they were saying what's better, wash your hands with dry your hands with a paper towel, or use those air things. That was like the grossest thing. I was like, yo, that's no. Nope,
and
not gonna do it.
Use them.
It's friendly.
They're friendly.
I want to know, what about the trees? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I understand that. No, actually, that was going to debunk. Never mind. I'm just saying, like that's the question. I had an argument the other day, or maybe some years ago. I don't know. Time is of the essence of me. But let me ask you, Jonah, this question. Is it cleaner to serve food, whether it's in a kitchen at home or an industrial kitchen or a restaurant? Now, people might get squeamish, but pardon me. Is it cleaner to use bare hands or plastic gloves? No, don't do the googs yet. I see you. Put your hands up like this. I'm asking you because I see you about to type it in. I'm seeing you about to type. So put your hands here. I'm asking you, do you think it's cleaner when people use plastic gloves to serve you food or bare hands? Both are gross. I get it. But which is less of the gross? You're frozen or you're looking up something?
Probably the plastic gloves as long as
Right?
they're sanitized.
Yeah, but you're not going to sanitize them each time. Like, think about it. Like, you know, this is what I was going to, and put it in the chats because we got a couple of people here. We're almost about to shut off. We've got about 4 minutes left. But put it in the chat. What do you think is cleaning? Bare hands or plastic gloves? Because I had this conversation with somebody a couple of years ago, and it just went down a bad path that we had to agree to disagree for a minute, which was a good amount of time, because the argument was plastic gloves were cleaner than hands. I'm like, I don't know about that, because if you're using plastic gloves, you feed somebody something that's like, you know, like, not to name names, but say you're serving things for a sandwich and you use plastic gloves, you serve that person the meal, and then you use those same gloves. You don't change the gloves, use the same gloves to give the same amount, and that person doesn't want some of the items that was in the original sandwich. Now it's cross-contamination because you're using the same gloves. Just a thought. Just a thought. But again, it's just like
same concept with bare hands. At least you can change the gloves.
But yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Just a thought out there is just like when you really think about it, like I don't know, sometimes some articles or some situations you're like, you know what, I just want to just make my own food and stay home. Not a fan.
You don't want to get some poop particles up in your lungs from bat droppings.
No thanks. Nope. Not looking for Ebola, E. coli, any of those things. Not a fan of that. Not getting a fan of food poisoning or anything of that nature. So I'm good. I'm really good. So.
Oh, this is a long episode, and we only barely got through any of the stuff.
Of course, as always, because we go down different avenues.
We'll have a long episode again next week because we got a lot of stuff to touch on and retouch.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of next week, I think it might be that 2 week because I have something next week. Actually, it's going to have to be June, dog.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. It's past Jonah's Betty bye time. He's going to pass out. He's got to work real early tomorrow. So thank you for the
gotta
6
go shower, get
shout
all
out.
ready.
Got to get all clean and squeaky clean before going in the bed. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Roll call in the comments. Hit that up. Share this link out with people every Tuesday or as noted as we make the announcements. And we will see you when we see you. And on that note, he is Jonah, Mr. Hostomatic. I am Squirrel Unplugged. Thank you for tuning in. One love. We'll see you when we see you. Later.
Love you guys. Make sure to tune in next time we do this. I'll have some. I got some good stuff we didn't get to talk about. And as always, I love y'all. Have a wonderful week. See you next time.